Look who's back. Someone insisted on being in another video, even though we just did one a few weeks ago, so here we are to do another video. So today we are here to do the La La Land book tag, which is very exciting because we both loved the movie, except for the ending. The soundtrack especially, so it's exciting to get to do La La Land meets books. So without further ado, we're just gonna jump right into the questions. Question 1 is Mia. Name a character who never gives up on their dream. So my answer for this question was Cinder from the Lunar Chronicles series by Marissa Meyer, because I feel like Cinder is a very optimistic character and she never gives up. She's always working hard, whether that be to save the world or to fix her spaceship. So there's always something that is driving her. She never gives up on whatever she's doing.
My answer from this question was Annabeth from the Percy Jackson series. She always wanted to be an architect. She always wanted to be an architect, and she wants to design monuments all around the world, and her mother is Athena, so she has all strategies.
Question 2 is Sebastian. Name a character who is extremely passionate about what they do. So my answer for this question is the Darkling from the Grisha trilogy. Even though he has really bad motives and he's really evil, he is passionate about what he needs to do. Even if we all think it's very evil of him, he's very driven to do what he set out to do. He's been planning it for hundreds of years, and he has all these things in place, so he's very passionate about taking over the world and being evil. So even if it's not for the right reasons, he is passionate.
My answer for this question was Percy from the Percy Jackson series. I picked the Titan's Curse because he followed the whole group that was sent on the quest to keep Bianca safe for Nico, and every battle that he faced in this book, he always won, and he was very passionate of what he wanted to do, and he did it.
Question 3 is City of Stars, a book that takes place in your favorite city. My answer for this question is the Infernal Devices series by Cassandra Clare, because it takes place in London, and even though I've never been, I love the idea of London, and I can't wait to go one day, and so it was so cool just being able to read about it, especially like 1800s London.
My answer for this question was Colorado Springs from Sisters.
That's your favorite city?
Well, let me explain it. I looked it up, and it's really pretty. There's canyons and flowers, and I just thought it was really pretty, so that's one of my new favorite cities.
Question 4 is musical. Name a book that you think would make a good musical. So my answer for this question is actually a pretty funny one, and I did not try to be serious at all, and so I'm going with The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. No, but hear me out. Okay, so in middle school, we were talking about, like, what musical our school should do, and I was like, what if we made The Hunger Games a musical? And like my friends and I casted each other as Hunger Games characters, and we came up with songs and like dance numbers. It was so funny, and so like I mean, this could totally happen. It would be weird, but it would be funny. I mean, they made Percy Jackson into a musical.
They
so,
did?
Like, yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
They did. And so, like, why not make The Hunger Games into one?
My answer from this question was The Music of Dolphins. Even though I have never read the book yet,
I read it.
Does it feel like a musical?
I mean, it could be. It's kind of like a Little Mermaid vibe, so yeah, it could be.
I just picked this book because music.
Alright, question 5 is Enemies to Lovers. Name a fictional relationship where they start off not liking each other. Honestly, isn't this most relationships in books?
Yes.
So my answer for this question is Roth and Layla from the Dark Elements series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. One is a demon and one is a half demon, half gargoyle, and gargoyles hate demons, so of course they hated each other in the beginning, but of course they fell in love, because, you know, why not? And it was perfect and amazing, but they did start off really loathing each other on both sides, and it was so much fun to read.
My answer to this question was Percy and Annabeth. When Percy first went to camp, he was pretty much like passed out, so he had to go to like the camp hospital. A little bit later in the book, Annabeth like really didn't like Percy, and he liked her. She didn't like him, so I just felt like a really good choice.
Question 6 is A Lovely Night, a book you thought you wouldn't like but ended up loving. My answer for this question is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. For a while, I did not like contemporaries. I couldn't read them, I couldn't get through them. This was one of the only contemporaries that I would read, and it's the one that kind of opened up the world of contemporaries for me. And so, starting it, I thought I would hate it, and I just wouldn't be able to get through it, but there was so much hype that I couldn't avoid it. And so I gave it a try, and I ended up loving it, and now I love reading contemporaries. So thank you, Anna and the French Kiss, but I definitely didn't think I would like this book when I first started.
My answer for this choice was, again, The Lightning Thief. I wasn't really into the Percy Jackson books until my sister recommended it.
Yes.
And at first,
You're welcome.
I didn't really like the book at the beginning, so I just kind of put it down for like maybe
Forever.
a month, 2
No.
months.
Like 4 months.
Okay, yes. 4 months, and then I'm just like, you know, what the heck? Just finish the book. Maybe you'll like it. So then, actually, after the first after chapters, I ended up loving the book.
Obviously.
Yes.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. It's a big spoiler alert. I wouldn't be reading the Percy Jackson series without my sister. She started it all.
I've created a monster. It's okay. I've trained you well. Question 7 is Another Day of Sun, a book that takes place in sunny California. My answer for this question was Did I Mention I Love You by Estelle Mascamé. This is a contemporary trilogy, and it takes place in Santa Barbara, California. It's about two step siblings who haven't known each other all their lives, and then they meet and they fall in love, so things get pretty complicated. But it's a fun contemporary, and it does take place in California.
My choice for this answer was Ghosts. Even though it's not very sunny there, it's still in California. They live in Baja de Luna.
Question number 8 is Start a Fire. Name an underrated book that you think deserves more attention. For this, I went with Angel Fall by Susan E. There are plenty of books that I think deserve more hype than they actually get, but Angel Fall is one of my all-time favorite books, and I feel like nobody ever talks about it. And it's just so good, and I don't understand why they don't sell it in Barnes & Noble. You have to order it online, but it's worth it because it's so good. The whole trilogy is amazing. This book is about an angel apocalypse, and, like, if that doesn't...
bad?
Yeah.
Mm.
It's very dark, and it's so good, and you should all go read it.
My choice for this answer was Frazzled. Nobody, like, technically, let's say 5% of the world, just guessing, has read this book. The rest, no idea what it actually is. I really loved this book once I actually got started. If you have never read Frazzled, then I think you should go read it and tell my sister what you like and what you don't like.
And I'll pass along the message.
Yeah.
Did you realize that you wore that shirt in our last video?
I did.
You did? Did you do it on purpose?
No.
That's pretty funny.
Once I got started.
Okay, question number 9 is Hollywood worships everything but values nothing. Name a book you worship. Do I even have to tell you guys? I love City of Bones and all of Cassandra Clare's books with all my heart.
Short Summer. She loves the book.
It's true.
My choice for this question was I couldn't decide on an exact book, so I went with all the Percy Jackson series. Even though I've not finished The Last Olympian, I still like the book, and I still feel like I worship all the books. I love.
You do. You definitely do. The 10th and final question is Here's to the Ones Who Dream. Name a character who inspires you. For this question, I did a double, and I went with Katniss Everdeen from The Hunger Games because she went through so much in those 3 books, and she came out still able to be happy and still able to move on with her life, and I just think that's so amazing. She got through her depression and her anxiety and her PTSD. She made it through so much, and I think that's a very admirable trait in a character, that they're so strong and that they can still live a fulfilling life after everything that they've gone through.
My choice for this question was Zoe from The Titan's Curse. She hated everyone except Bianca. 2 people went missing. So they go on a quest to find it, and at the end, I felt like Zoe deserves a second chance.
Why do you admire her? What are the traits that you see in her that you're like, oh my god?
I think it was that she always has clever ideas, and she always sticks to her plan, like Annabeth and Percy. and she's very confident of what she's going to do.
So that is it for the La La Land book tag, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of our answers. If you've ever read Frazzled, she would like to know. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you guys next time with my newest video. I hope you enjoyed. I try to upload a video every week. If you like my videos, then subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.